This message is not just a coincidence. This is not a random text appearing before your eyes. This is God Himself speaking to the depths of your soul. He has been trying to reach you for days, for weeks, for months, and you, yes you, have been pushing away the signals, the nudges, the warnings. But now you cannot afford to delay. Archangel Michael is standing over you, sword drawn, eyes burning with a divine light, saying to you, it's an emergency. This is the moment. Everything is shifting. What you do next will either protect or destroy what God planned for you. Your person is walking away from everything. Do you understand what that means? They are not just leaving behind a room or a city. They are walking away from a world they built for the sake of a future only you are tied to. They are walking towards something unexplainable, something divine, and yet they are terrified. Their heart is racing, and you have been so consumed in your daily distractions, in the noise around you, that you didn't see the tremble in their spirit. You didn't catch the moment they cried in silence. They waited for you to notice. They waited for you to feel them through prayer, but you never did. And now, time is dissolving fast. This isn't a joke. Archangel Michael doesn't come unless it's life or death. And right now, you are dancing too close to the cliff. You think everything is under control, but in truth, the enemy has surrounded the borders of your life. Michael has drawn his sword not against the people you fear, but against the spirits hiding behind them. Spirits that whisper betrayal, confusion, pride, and delay into the minds of those you love. The very people you trust are being used to slow you down from realizing the biggest truth. You have been chosen, but you have also been asleep. Wake up. Right now. Don't scroll. Don't blink this away. God says, I have been calling your name through dreams. I have sent birds. I have sent messages. I have even caused your phone to glitch when I was trying to alert you, but still, you didn't believe it was me. So now I am here. Loud, direct, no more whispers. Your person is not just walking toward the future. They are walking toward a destiny that is aching for your involvement. And if you don't act, if you don't rise, someone else will be placed in the seat that was carved out for you. God is merciful, but He is also a God of movement. If you keep choosing delay, He will choose obedience, even if it's not from you. Your person didn't want to let go of you. Do you hear that? They didn't want to. They were fighting for this, pleading in their spirit, hoping that maybe you'd show up differently, hoping that maybe this time your heart would speak before your habits. But the silence broke them. You thought they were fine, but spiritually, they were already packing their bags, not out of hatred, but out of divine necessity. God whispered to them, you cannot stay here forever. I'm calling you forward. So now they are leaving, not with bitterness, but with a hope that you will catch up, that you will still come running. But the gate is closing. Archangel Michael says they are not waiting much longer. And if you keep ignoring this, the favor tied to their journey will bypass you. Listen closely. This isn't just about a romantic connection. This is about a destiny link. You and this person were supposed to build something heavenly. You were supposed to create waves that would shake nations, but your delay has created cracks in the blueprint, and the angels assigned to your destiny are now asking, should we shift the plan? This is your last call before the shift begins. Before Michael steps back and says, we gave them every warning. Do not say you weren't told. Do not say you didn't know. Do not pretend this is just another forwarded message or dramatic post. This is the voice of the Lord reaching into your heart saying, choose me again. Choose obedience again. Choose the path, even if it scares you. Because what's waiting on the other side of your yes is everything you've cried for in secret. Let me tell you what's really happening behind the curtain. Your person has been secretly battling spiritual forces that have tried to stop them from getting to the place where you two were meant to unite. They have cried. They have questioned God. They have asked, why do I still care for someone who's not even showing up for me? And God answered, because it's not just love, it's assignment. But even they are growing weary. Even they are starting to wonder if their love was misdirected. And unless something supernatural interrupts this now, the chapter will close before you even realize you lost it. Michael says, we are already seeing the alternatives forming. The enemy knows what you're destined to birth together, so he's using people around you to delay, distract, and disturb your discernment. You think you're making your own choices, but many of your distractions are strategically placed to numb your spiritual urgency. Wake up. That friend that always encourages you to wait. That voice that says, not now, just relax. They may not be enemies, but they are not speaking from heaven. And if you keep listening to comfort, you will miss your calling. There is a door, a portal, an opportunity that was opened because of what your person has sacrificed, and their obedience has created a divine countdown. They let go of their comfort zone. They walked away from emotional safety. They told God, even if they never return, I will follow you. And because of that, God is now testing you. Will you respond while the gate is still open, or will you cry at the gate once it is locked? This is your chance to move. Move in prayer. Move in obedience. Move in repentance. God is not asking for your perfection. He's asking for your surrender. He's asking you to rise above your distractions and say, I won't miss this. Because if you miss this, there will be a deep ache in your soul. The kind of ache that doesn't fade with time. The kind of ache that echoes in your dreams. The kind that whispers, you had a chance and you let it die. But this doesn't have to end in loss. You still have time. Not much, but enough. Enough to send the message. Enough to cry out in prayer. Enough to break the chain of delay and say, no more. Your obedience today could save years of pain. One choice, that's all it takes. God says, do not delay what I have destined. Do not treat lightly what I've assigned angels to protect. Your person is not walking away in anger. They are walking forward in purpose, but every step they take without you closes the window behind them. And if you let them go without responding to this moment, heaven will mourn, because a divine partnership, a kingdom assignment, a spiritual merger was meant to begin through your response. You were chosen for this moment. You were prepared for this mission. Everything in your life, every battle, every tear, every failure was shaping you for this exact hour. But now the time of testing is here. Will you obey, or will you fold? The angels are watching, Michael is waiting, and God is still whispering. One move can shift everything. This is not a coincidence. This is not a mistake. This is not a casual scroll or a random message. This is divine intervention. God says, stop everything else and listen. I have been trying to reach you. I have knocked. I have whispered. I have sent signs, and still you pass them by. You think you have time. You think you will always be able to turn things around. But listen carefully now. This is the last call before something irreversible happens. Archangel Michael is standing beside you with a sword of truth, light, and revelation. He is not speaking gently anymore. He is raising his voice. This is an emergency. Your person is walking away. Your person is giving up. Your person is preparing to close a chapter that you didn't even know was at risk. And heaven is weeping because you are sleeping. Michael says, you have been warned. God says, you are still pretending not to see. This message is not meant to scare you, but to shake you awake. You have reached the turning point, and the next few hours, the next few days, will determine the outcome of your destiny. There is someone who has held on to you in their spirit for so long, but now they are losing faith. You didn't notice, did you? You thought their silence was patience. You thought their tears were strength. You thought their loyalty meant they would never go. But God sees the truth. God has watched the thoughts in their heart. Every night they have been praying for a sign. They have been asking heaven for a reason to stay, and when they didn't get the answer they hoped for, they decided to go, slowly, quietly, without fanfare. And you don't even realize what's leaving your life. Archangel Michael says you are about to lose the one soul that was divinely assigned to your healing, receipt, your peace, and your future. This is not just about love. This is about spiritual alignment. This is about the person who carries pieces of your purpose in their heart. This is about the one who has seen your darkness and still believed in your light. God says this person has already made the decision in their heart. They have started packing their emotions away. And if you keep ignoring this message, you will wake up one morning and realize they are gone. Not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, completely detached. And then what will you do? Pray for a second chance. Beg for another moment. Cry at the altar, asking why they left. But you were warned. You were told to open your eyes, to speak your truth, to show your heart. But you kept playing it safe. You kept pretending you were okay. You let your pride build walls while their love was trying to climb over them. God says, stop letting ego sabotage eternity. You think vulnerability is weakness. You think silence protects you. But what you don't see is that your silence is killing someone's hope in you. Your absence is speaking louder than any lie. Your distance is planting doubt in the garden where love was meant to bloom. And Archangel Michael says, this is the final moment to act. This is the crossroads. This is the storm before the breakthrough. This is where you decide if the story ends in regret or resurrection. God says, the future is still open, but it is closing fast. The heavens have paused to give you this one last chance. The angels have stopped fighting other battles just to focus on this one, and you still hesitate. Do you understand what's at stake? This person who is walking away is not just anyone. They are the key to a part of you that you haven't accessed yet. They are the divine mirror that reflects the version of you God wants you to become. You have wounded them unintentionally. You have neglected them unknowingly. But heaven does not see intention, it sees impact. God is just. God is holy. God will not let their silent tears go unnoticed. They have carried you spiritually, emotionally, and even prophetically, and now they are weary. They are giving God their goodbye prayer. Do you hear that? They are praying, Lord, if this is not meant to be, give me the strength to let go. And heaven is listening. Archangel Michael says, do not test the mercy of God by waiting too long. Time is shifting. Energies are shifting. The clock is not in your favor anymore. Every minute you delay is one more crack in their hope. Every moment you remain silent is one more confirmation to them that they made the right decision to walk away. And when they go, it will not be a dramatic exit. It will be quiet, painfully quiet, and you'll feel the absence long after they're gone. God says there is still time, but it's a whisper, not a shout. If you are reading this, it means heaven has not closed the door, but it is slowly creaking. It will close. It must. Not because God is cruel, but because God is just. Because God sees that they cannot keep bleeding for someone who won't even acknowledge the wound. God says, you can still change this. You can still turn around. You can still fight, but you must do it now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when it's more convenient, now. Archangel Michael says, speak, cry if you must, apologize if you need to. Tell them what you were too afraid to say, because once they walk away, it won't be them you'll lose. It will be a version of your future that was full of light, joy, destiny, and grace. A version of you that was never meant to walk this life alone. You think you can replace them. You think time will heal. You think maybe someone else will come. But God says no one else is carrying what they carry for you. No one else has their blueprint. No one else was sent with their assignment. And that's the part you don't realize. They were your divine connection, sent to elevate, to protect, to unlock, but you treated them like an option while they were holding your breakthrough in their hands. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you. and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. This misinterpreted Bible message can change your life. Prosperity preachers are saturated at every corner you look. But there's something almost no one is talking about. For centuries, religious scholars have misinterpreted one of the most powerful teachings in the Bible. It's the concept of being born again. The concept of being born again is not just a spiritual awakening. It actually refers to tapping into God's abundance. This truth has been hidden in plain sight and misinterpreted by scholars for centuries. But we've uncovered the real meaning behind this profound message. God wants you to live in abundance, to have prosperity in your finances, to enjoy vibrant health and lasting happiness. And the key is something no one's talking about: your 8th chakra. Imagine the freedom to live the prosperous life God has intended for you. The best part? You don't need to step foot inside a church to unlock it. All it takes is a simple audio technique that you can do from your own living room. Click the link in the description or comment section to unlock the secret of. Watch this short video now to get the full details. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. You underestimated their presence because they didn't scream for attention. They loved you silently. They stayed loyally. But even the strongest hearts collapse in silence, and that collapse is already beginning. God says, this is your Red Sea moment. Will you cross over or stay stuck? Will you let love die because of fear? Will you let destiny walk away because of delay? Will you let heaven's gift slip through your hands because you were too distracted to notice its worth? Archangel Michael is standing at your side right now. Yes, right now. Don't look away. Don't scroll. Don't rationalize this. This is spiritual. This is war. This is your moment. And he is saying this with thunder in his voice. You will regret this if you do nothing. You will cry prayers that won't be answered the same way because grace has a window. And it doesn't stay open forever. Mercy moves, but justice follows. And the one you are ignoring today is the one who will be gone tomorrow. God says, I'm not just warning you, I'm loving you. This message is mercy. This is heaven's intervention. This is the answer to the prayers you didn't even know you were praying. This is the lifeline. This is the signal flare. But if you keep ignoring the signs, the silence that follows will not be peaceful. It will be empty. God says, you were never meant to lose this person. You were meant to grow together, heal together, thrive together. But love is not immortal without action. It fades in neglect. It dies in pride. So act now. Pick up the phone, write the letter, go to them, say the words, break the silence, tell the truth. Let them see the real you, the one who is scared but willing, wounded but hopeful. Because if you don't, you will spend years rebuilding what you could have saved in a single conversation. God says, do not let what I join be torn apart by silence. Do not let what was meant to be holy end in heartbreak. Do not let what heaven ordained be buried in pride. This message is not a coincidence. This is a divine interruption. You are reading this because heaven has issued an emergency order. You have been warned before, in whispers, in signs, in dreams, and now Archangel Michael has come forward, commanding this to be released to you without delay. There is no more time left to ignore the truth. God says, this is not a joke. This is not just another message. This is the shift your life has been waiting for. The world around you is moving in quiet rebellion against your destiny, and while you are trying to hold on to what you know, the person God ordained for your future is walking away from everything. Yes, everything. For you. Listen carefully. You may have heard the words divine timing, but what you don't know is that divine timing is activated not only by God's will, but by your obedience. Right now, disobedience is surrounding your life like a fog because of fear, because of confusion, and because of the betrayal of people you once trusted. You've been surrounded by those who smile at you but whisper against you. God says, I see what they say behind your back. I see the woman pretending to be your friend while privately warning the one I sent for you not to choose you. I see the man who acts like your brother but has placed himself between your destiny and your next level. And yet, even in all this, your person did not give up. They didn't stop believing. They didn't stop loving you. They kept waiting. But something has changed. Archangel Michael says the pressure on them has become too much. The people around them are twisting the truth, poisoning their heart with lies, trying to convince them that you are not who you truly are. That's why it feels like you're losing them. That's why your heart aches at night, even when nothing is wrong on the surface. Because something is wrong beneath the surface. The spiritual cords connecting you are shaking. God says, you must act now. The enemy wants you blind, but I am the God who opens eyes. I have waited patiently. I have watched as you ignored the signs I sent, the dreams that woke you up at 3 a.m., the numbers you kept seeing, the name that kept appearing, the overwhelming feeling that something important is about to happen, but you couldn't explain it. That was me. That was Archangel Michael trying to pierce through your distractions, trying to wake you up before it's too late. Because I must tell you the truth. Your person, yes, the one I chose for your heart, the one who carries part of your purpose, is walking away from everything that once made them feel safe. Their job, their city, their friends, even their own blood. They are preparing to walk into the unknown with nothing but the hope that I, the Lord, am guiding them somewhere holy. And where am I guiding them? To you. But here's what you don't know. They have no proof you are ready. They have heard about you, yes. They have felt the connection. They have cried for you in secret, but the enemy has been whispering doubt in their ears, saying you will reject them, saying you will judge them, saying you've already chosen someone else, and your silence has made them believe it. God says, I am not blaming you. I am awakening you. Because if you don't move, if you don't act in faith, you will watch your divine future become someone else's answered prayer. Archangel Michael says, "This is the last warning. This person is not just any person. This is the person whose soul prayed for you before they even knew your name. This is the one whose presence will unlock blessings you cannot even imagine. Not because they're perfect, not because you'll never argue, but because I ordained them to see you the way I see you, through eyes of truth and purpose. They are walking away from a life that tried to destroy them. They are leaving behind everything familiar because something inside of them refuses to die without knowing if you were real, if the vision they held of you was just a dream, or if you were flesh and bone, walking this earth, waiting too. But hear me, your window is closing. Your spiritual silence is being mistaken for disinterest. And if you don't move now, someone else will find them in their brokenness, pretend to be you, and they will settle, not because they stopped loving you, but because they stopped hoping." God says, "I did not create you to miss this. You have cried for clarity. You have fasted for answers. And now I'm giving them to you. This message is your sign. Stop asking for another one. I am God, not a performer. I don't repeat myself to those who already know the truth. I gave you dreams. I sent you messages. I stirred your spirit in moments when the world was quiet, and you knew, deep down, you knew, but fear made you freeze. Now you must choose. Do you trust me or not? Because this isn't just about love, this is about purpose. This person carries part of your assignment. Together, you two will destroy generational curses, build legacy, birth ministries, awaken nations. Your union is not casual, it is kingdom. And that's why hell is trembling right now. That's why people you've never met are attacking your name. That's why you feel resistance at every turn. Because the enemy knows if you two come together, the chains of your bloodline will shatter. But one of you is already moving, and the other, you, must decide if you will meet them in faith or let fear keep you paralyzed. Archangel Michael is watching. You were not chosen to be ordinary. That's why you never fit in. That's why people misunderstood your kindness. That's why, even in rooms full of people, you still felt alone, because your spirit was never made for small things. You carry the mark of someone set apart. You were never meant to follow the crowd, and your person sees it even when you try to hide it. They recognize your greatness because they were born to walk beside it. But I must tell you a secret, one that few will understand. They almost gave up last night. They sat in their room questioning everything. The weight of waiting, of hoping, of being misunderstood became too heavy. They whispered your name to me, asking if they had been wrong this whole time. And I, the Lord your God, stepped in and said, "Wait one more day." That's why you're seeing this, because that one more day is now. This is your moment. You don't need to chase them. You don't need to beg them. But you must acknowledge them. You must let me guide your steps. You must prepare your heart, because I am orchestrating something that will make every tear you cried make sense. You will not be ashamed. You will not be alone. But you must choose me over your fear, over your logic, over your ego. I am God, not a myth. I am speaking to you now because I have something for you that no one else can touch, but it requires obedience. The people who tried to block you, I am removing them. The ones who mocked your love, I am silencing them. The woman who pretended to be your friend but prayed you would fail, her season is ending. The man who told your person lies about your past to destroy your future, his exposure is coming. God says, I don't play about you. You are my beloved. You are my vessel. And this connection is not just emotional, it is eternal. You are part of something that stretches beyond this lifetime. You and this person are part of a divine storyline written before the foundation of the earth. But you must understand, faith without action is dead. You must prepare, clean your house, guard your heart, strengthen your spirit, because what is coming will test everything you thought you knew about love, loyalty, and legacy. This is your moment. The angels have gone before you. Archangel Michael is clearing the path. But if you delay, if you hesitate, if you say not now one more time, you may miss the door I am opening. And once it closes, it will not open the same way again. This is not about punishment. This is about process. I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to save you. You've been distracted for too long. You've let fear masquerade as wisdom. You've let pain teach you not to trust.